This is where we make olive oil. We pick the olives off of the trees in October and November. We put them into the stone basin right here. We tie a donkey to the beam, and the donkey moves the stone around. Today I get to be your donkey. Okay, you get the picture. I know you get that. The stone is very heavy, maybe 1,300 or 1,400 pounds. It completely smashes the olives in the basin, and then we take them from the basin and we fill the sides of specially formed baskets like these into the rims of the sides of the baskets. Okay? And so when we're done packing these kinds of round baskets, we have something that essentially looks like a car tire full of crushed olives instead of air. Then we take the filled baskets over to the second stage. Come on down to this side of the building. But watch your step here at the end. We just step down. Again, no falling is permitted.
Do the best we can.
Bring it in. Make a modification and leave for personal space. Pretend you went to the subway in New York City at rush hour. All right, great. Now, there are two presses, one on either side of the room. So if you can't see me on this side, you can make reference with your eyes to the other press area on the other side of the room. Okay. We now have baskets full of crushed olives. They're about 3 to 5 inches thick. We stack them one on top of each other into a stack of maybe 6 or 8 high, so at least half a yard. And then we pop the stack of baskets full of crushed olives underneath the press areas, which is close to where I'm standing right here on both sides. Okay? The beam is the most important part of the press. It's lowered with a pulley system on the far end, so it looks kind of like a fixed arm on a fixed elbow. And it goes up and down only in one direction. So we put the baskets about 4/5 of the way down the beam. We lower the beam to squeeze the baskets. The oil in the water, in the mash, right, drips into a hole that we've built underneath the baskets into the floor. There's a hole about half a yard deep to catch the liquids dripping out. The solids stay in the baskets. Eventually, once we're done squeezing the baskets, there's a little bit of oil still left in the mash, and we use it to build fires. Now, the most important is the oil. Now, fortunately for us, God made oil lighter than water. So nice. We just wait a little bit, the oil will float to the top, and we can scoop the oil off the water. We have 3 pressings where we're going to progressively add more and more pressure to get more oil from the same set of baskets. And so there's also the 3 stone weights in the pit. They're about half a ton each. We lift them up with the ropes and the winches that are installed on the beam, and the pressure comes across our strong beam and onto our stack of baskets. The first press oil is the best oil. This is probably what they mean by virgin olive oil. And remember, the first thing that comes out of the ground, the first thing that comes off of the trees, this is the first fruits, right? According to the law of Moses, it's holy to God. So we think much of this first oil is probably sent to the temple in Jerusalem, and maybe the best of it is used to light the menorah, the 7-branch candelabra in the holy place. The second oil is for food and medicine, cooking, perfume, and cosmetics. And the third oil is the lowest quality, that's okay. It's used to light oil lamps like these. I'll show you another one of these later. And then also to make soap. Now, an olive press in ancient Hebrew is gat shmanim. This is 2 words. Gat is a press, shmanim is oils. Can everybody say gat shmanim for me, please?
Gat shmanim.
Thank you so much. Gat shmanim is where we get the word Gethsemane from. Yeah, Gethsemane means olive press in ancient Hebrew. And notice that it's also on the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. That means there are olive trees there. And an olive press there, right? Gethsemane, it all fits together.
Awesome.
Now, just one little maybe mini sermon point. This is not a provable point, but we have this cool parallel of 3s. Remember, Jesus prays 3 times under great duress in Gethsemane alone, and the baskets, it just so happens, are squeezed 3 times under tremendous pressure to get the precious olive oil. It's a cool parallel. Let's start out the door left and straight. Out the door, left and straight.